What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Saints Row 5 video. I know it's been a while since I've made one, and yes, people in the comments, oh, stop milking it, stop milking it. So you know what? On the one hand, I was like, I love talking about it, and you guys love when I make these types of videos, and you're saying things to me like, oh, keep the Saints Row 5 talk alive. But on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? On some level, they are right. I can't be milking it every single day with Saints Row 5 content, so that's why I'm spacing them out a little bit. And also, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to become a part of the Deep Silver Creator Collective. If you follow me on Twitter, at JB11Games, you already kind of heard about this a little bit, but I've been accepted into the Deep Silver Creator Collective, and I'm really looking forward to be able to work with them in some capacity. And because of that, I am aware now that some of the people at either Deep Silver or Deep Silver Volition have viewed some of these videos, the wish list stuff where we talk about them, and I told you guys this in the past, we heard about it, but when you guys tweet the videos out to them, let them know who we are, what we're doing here, it actually does help. They actually do watch it, and it's so cool. And again, it's all thanks to you guys. It's not me at all, it's you guys who are making this possible. So yeah, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to you guys on that one, and let's keep trucking along. I cannot wait, and I'm really thinking the game's at the very least gonna get announced or officially revealed this year. Because we know it's confirmed, okay? I'm tired of seeing people say, oh, it's not coming, oh, it's canceled. We know it's coming. We've heard many times, and Volition have confirmed even recently, okay? Almost every day they respond to tweets saying, we're working on the next Saints Row game, but we can't share anything else. So we know that they are working on it. It hasn't been canceled. It's not a rumor. The game is for sure coming. But today I want to make a video of a few things I don't want in the next Saints Row game. And make sure you leave me in the comments down below things you guys don't want. Make sure it's different from mine though, because I want to make a video. You guys know how this goes. I take your comments, put them in the video, and we make one called things you don't want in the next Saints Row game. But this is my personal list, and this video will be titled things we don't want, because a lot of this stuff is largely influenced by the comments that I read from you guys of things that you don't want to see in the next Saints Row game. First thing, tons of microtransactions. Now, we've been seeing an alarming trend as of late in gaming. It's been going on for quite a few years now, where companies love to basically give the finger to the consumer and just super pump their game with microtransactions. So, okay, let's charge this game at 60 bucks, and then let's paywall a bunch of cool stuff. And of course, this is going to tie into my next point, but we know that microtransactions and online go hand in hand. But even in single-player games, the Helix store in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a perfect example. I hate that thing, and there's way too much focus on it, and it's scary how many games are really going to go down this path more and more and more. But if gamers kind of reject it, they shun it off like they did with Star Wars Battlefront 2, for example, that's when companies will look at it and maybe do a double take. Unfortunately, it seems that these huge corporations almost never learn with this type of thing, but we can speak with our wallets. That's what consumers do best, and that's how we're going to get the very best game possible. But this game needs to have an amazing single-player component, okay? This can't just be Saints Row Online only. There needs to be an awesome single-player portion to it that is just completely independent from the microtransactions. I don't want to be seeing, oh, you want Pierce as a homie? Sorry, you gotta pay some extra money. Oh, you want Johnny Gat's weapon? Sorry, you gotta pay some money. I don't want to be seeing anything like that, especially in the single player part. Number two is too much focus on the online component. Again, single player is so incredibly important, but I'm sure that they're going to be looking at GTA Online as a nice shiny diamond. Oh, look not only how much money GTA Online has made, but how long it stayed alive, dude. Grand Theft Auto 5 was a great game, but without the online, it would not have had even close to the lifespan that it's had. So that is a shiny, tempting thing for gaming companies, and that is something that they have to realize that for the health of the game in the long run, yes, you can have it online, but you need to have a fantastic single-player experience. I mean, just take a look at CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk, okay? They really shortchanged this game, and yes, of course, it's very possible that it didn't have very much to do with the online, but there is a large camp who are looking at it and saying, okay, maybe they were just kind of trying to skip over to Cyberpunk Online so they could start making the real dough, akin to a GTA Online. And if you guys saw my video about the truth about Cyberpunk's development, you saw that development on the game really only started getting heavily featured in 2018. That's when they really went hard in the paint on it. And that is not enough time, 2 years. So clearly they had money on their mind, and they really wanted to get to that online thing, so they shortchanged a lot of the single-player elements. The good news is, Volition and the Saints Row franchise have always prided themselves on focusing on the single-player experience, and let's hope that that doesn't change now. Alright, this next one I like to call set dressing, and Ubisoft is really good at set dressing. And what I mean by that is, instead of filling your world with vibrant, lived-in elements, you fill it with set dressing. So buildings that you can't enter, they look painted, they're fake, they're just there for show, and you can't go in any of them or really do anything with them. NPCs that are also just for show, they don't really have any routines or some smart artificial intelligence. They're just kind of there to walk around and say hi to you and have 1 or 2 lines of throwaway dialogue. And an open world that really just feels full of things that are just for show, to make you feel like the illusion of being in a huge, vibrant open world, but in reality, it's just a cardboard cutout that you can blow on and it all come tumbling down. Perfect example, once again, Cyberpunk. It's a good game, but once you stray away from all the side quests and the main quests and the crimes and stuff like that, you'll realize that that's exactly what it is, and the open world is quite bare. Watch Dogs Legion is another game that I've noticed has quite a lot of set dressing in it, okay? So it's a fun game, you can go explore London and everything, but there's a lot of stuff that feels like it's just for show to kind of make you go, wow, one time, and then it gets old because you realize, oh, okay, I see what they wanted to do here. They wanted to go for the wow factor, but not really give any substance to it. And the opposite to that is Rockstar Games. Everything they do in their games is about pure substance over pure showboating. And that's part of why I love Saints Row 2 so much, because there's so many deep levels to it that make you really feel like, okay, if I were to not be a character in this still water, it feels like it would still function and everything would kind of just go on without me being a part of it. Whereas in Watch Dogs Legion, if you're not a part of it, I feel like it would just kind of go around in circles and everybody wouldn't be doing anything of actual value except walk from one subway station to the next and then go to the next and the next. Like, it's crazy. My next point is emptiness. Now, of course, this does kind of go in with the set dressing, but when your world feels empty, that is the worst thing you can have in an open world game, because, dude, it's so disappointing and deflating. Because, of course, you have the honeymoon phase in a new world, wow, look at London, or wow, look at Night City, but then the more you go into it, you're going to start to get that empty feeling, okay, where it's the complete opposite in, say, Red Dead Redemption 2, or even in GTA San Andreas, where you're going in and again, it feels like a real world that you're just a tiny part of, with so many different activities, locations, different types of NPCs, detail. This is what free roam open world games should be thriving on, and Saints Row 2 captured that perfectly. Saints Row the Third did a pretty decent job at it, but not as good as the second game, and I think this is what Volition needs to be focusing on for Saints Row 5. Alright, up next, this is going to be the last one, and it's probably the most controversial one, superpowers. I don't want superpowers in the next game. You could also call this the Agents of Mayhem effect, okay? Because, yes, I've seen a lot of people who want it to go back to its roots. I dare say the majority of fans want it to go back to its roots. But there is a good number of people who like the superpowers, the Saints Row 4 route, okay? And me personally, I don't want it in the next game, okay? The Agents of Mayhem effect, I would say maybe use Agents of Mayhem as its own franchise, and that's where you can expand with these crazy, wacky, superpower alien stuff, and then leave Saints Row to be what it was in the first 3 games. Even the third game was bordering on crossing the line from being a bit too wacky, but I think it still walked it quite good, and it was acceptable. That's why I still love Saints Row the Third. And I've said this before, you guys have heard this come out of my mouth before. To me, Saints Row 4 and Get Out of Hell are really good games, but they're not good Saints Row games. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me on this one. Again, I'm planning on making a video of maybe 5 to 10 things that you don't want in Saints Row 5. So make sure you leave that down below in the comments. I love including this type of stuff. Thank you again for the Creator Collective thing. I look at that as being 100% because of you guys. Nothing for me, literally because of you guys. And that's why I want to make these types of videos, get it out there. And yeah, I'm hoping for an announcement sometime in the next couple of months. That would be great. But I'm expecting an announcement sometime in 2021, whether it's tomorrow, next month, or in December. It's got to be sometime in 2021, right? At least some kind of announcement. But yeah. Hey, like this video, subscribe for more Saints Row content. Lets me know you want to see more. I want to make some more videos, okay? Like Saints Row 2 or Saints Row 1 10 or 12 years later. Is it still worth buying? Should you still play it? That type of video. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, all right?